What is going on, you guys? My name is Cody Thixton, and this is Interesting Podcast. I'm coming to you guys with episode 13, and tonight we are going to be talking about Big E Langston's possible return in 2023. Let's get right into it. First thing that I want to say before I even really get into this is it's very, very sad to see what happened to Big E Langston last March in 2022. And these are the risks that professional wrestlers take, and it's something that was obviously very serious, because on the March 11th episode of SmackDown, he was facing Rich Holland, and he was outside of the ring, and Rich Holland delivered a belly-to-belly suplex to Big E Langston, and he actually landed on his neck and broke his C1 vertebrae and C6 vertebrae. And it's been 11 months that he's been out of action. And it really does suck to see this happen to somebody who was a very, very good pro wrestler and really connected with the fans and actually made an impact on people whenever we watched him perform in the ring. And it's pretty crazy that he debuted in December of 2012. So he's only had a WWE career for 10 years, But he's actually done a lot for himself in that time. And I think the only reason why WWE would give him the amount of championships that he's had is because of the fact that he is such a good pro wrestler. So I want to break down right now his history of his championship reigns really fast, because I feel like that's just a really interesting topic to talk about. So he's a one-time WWE champion. He's a one-time NXT champion. He's a two-time Intercontinental champion. He's a two-time Raw Tag Team champion. Six-time SmackDown Tag Team champion. He won the Money in the Bank men's ladder match in 2021. And he's actually the 33rd Triple Crown champion. So he's actually done a lot for himself in his career. Especially when he was able to win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. That was just a big moment, And it's just it's really sad to see that, he has to go through all of this. But we have been hearing a little bit of good news throughout social media. And I want to talk about a possible return in 2023, because it wouldn't be anytime soon at the Royal Rumble or anything, because the last thing that we heard about him was that he would be having scans in March and talking with the doctors to see how far along they are and if he's on the road to returning in the ring. So let's say he goes and gets his scans in March, and SummerSlam is usually in August. That would give him another 6 months to go through a little bit more rehab and maybe get in the ring a little bit and kind of train. And then he could come back at SummerSlam, because WWE also loves to have debuts or returns at one of their biggest shows. So I could see if Big E Langston returns, it's going to be late 2023, and they're going to have him return at SummerSlam. And then we'll actually see him get a really, really big build, because when Big E Langston returns, he will be a massive babyface. So WWE would be really stupid to not book him in a really big match at WrestleMania 40 next year in Philadelphia. And the revenue that dude is going to bring, especially with the New Day already having major merchandise sales, when Big E Langston comes back, everything's gonna blow up, and it's gonna be amazing to actually see him come back, because this dude's he's so good in the ring. Not a whole lot of people have a big moveset, and Big E Langston will go out and actually try new things. Unlike, sometimes people will say we see with John Cena, where he's mostly a 5-move person. Big E Langston wants to go in there and put a good match on, and that's why people have absolutely, fell in love with his character and his in-ring work, because he's really, really good. And I think it's interesting that once Big E Langston returns, this is going to be like as big of a moment as John Cena's return in 2008 at the Royal Rumble, when he came out, after being injured, and everybody just was shocked. I know that was like a little bit more of a shorter time period in which he was injured, but it's still the matter of him being so over. It's going to be that big of a pop, and that's going to be just a goosebump chilling moment to see Big E Langston back. And like, imagine what Big E Langston's going to be able to do when he comes back. Like, if he wants to go after the WWE Championship, he's already done it before, so WWE could book him again. So we could see Big E Langston versus Cody Rhodes, which that would be amazing. Or, he could go back with the New Day and go after the tag team titles, because WWE does have like a lot of trios right now. So they could go back to the New Day, and obviously everybody would be open to that with open arms. So it's very interesting to think about not only when he's going to come back, but what they're going to be able to do for him going into WrestleMania next year, because he's going to be booked in a big match. And it's very, very interesting to follow. And so if I find out anything in the future that like I find very interesting and I want to bring it to your guys' attention, I will let you guys know. But man, I also just want to say this before I leave. I just want to wish him the best of luck, because he's too good to just have that be the end, and that would just be so sad to see. So sad to see. But if this is the kind of content that you guys like pro wrestling, and you guys like podcasts, hit that subscribe button, give me a like, comment down below and tell me your guys' favorite Big E Langston match in WWE. Again, this is Interesting Podcast. I'll catch you guys later.